My name is Rami Pruitt. I am a ex-Google intern, ex-Twitch software engineer, ex-Amazon software engineer. And today we're watching a video about why I ended up leaving Amazon. Spoiler alert, I ended up starting my own company as well as other things. But if you want to check me out, you can see me every Tuesdays and Thursdays going live, answering questions from my community. But other than that, let's get into the video. I think many of you guys are expecting that I'm going to bash Amazon. I think many of you guys have questions that, like, what is it as toxic as they say? And unfortunately, I can't answer those questions. I signed an NDA before when I was an employee of Amazon, and so I'm not at liberty to speak on specific things about Amazon. Obviously, I can offer my opinions and critiques. There's a limit to what I can talk about. And so if you're asking me, and the funny thing is I'm a live streamer, right? Which is even more kind of challenging for me, because it's like, I want to be out here. I want to be vulnerable with you guys. I know you guys have appreciated content like that. And I always have to tiptoe around the things that I'm saying about Amazon, because that NDA does last for the rest of my life. And so if you guys have, in the future, if you guys have any questions about what happened or why I'm leaving, I'm going to point you to this video. But yeah, I'll give you the spoiler alert just in case you are new. I don't regret working for Amazon, right? Like, I've stayed there for a year and a half now, and I don't regret it. I think if I could go back in time and tell myself, give myself some advice, I would say that it's going to be one of the most painful experiences of your life, and it will also be one of the most rewarding at the same time. And so I think that's the beauty of Amazon. So I wanted to start off this video by talking about the differences between Twitch and Amazon. So I worked at Twitch on the ads measurements team, and basically what I was doing there was I was moving data about how the user was interacting with the Twitch player to third parties in order to help get more money for creators. And working for Twitch was super beautiful. It was surreal. It was like, it had the vibe of like going to go find the One Piece. It's just, there was no darkness about it. We all felt like we were contributing positively to the world. And don't get me wrong, it was competitive. At the same time, it was really, it made you feel good. It was work that energized you. And I could tell at Twitch, the culture was set up so that people could, what is the word? People would be there for 4, 5, 10 years. Like, they really wanted you there. And at Amazon, it felt like just a completely different style. It felt way more competitive, in the sense that, you know, people were working many hours and burning out, and it was a lot easier because at Amazon to me has one of the best products in the world, which is the Amazon Prime. And I don't think people understand what it takes in order to make people, like, when you click the Amazon Prime app and you are able to get your package in 2 days, I don't think people understand how much blood, sweat, and tears the employees of Amazon have to go through in order to make that possible on a day-to-day basis. And even though Amazon is killing the game with Amazon Prime, I was working for Amazon Prime Air, which is delivering packages with drones in what we hope to be 2-hour delivery. And so even though Amazon is killing the game, they're working like the rent is due in order to do even better than that. And I think that's just amazing. I feel very happy that I'm an alumni of a company like that because, um, yeah, as far as business excellence, I think it's hard for me to see other companies in that same way because think about it at Google, right? I think Google, um, in comparison, is known for being a little bit more chill of a culture, but at the same time, um, I imagine, right? Because I was only an intern, I imagine it's a lot harder for them to put pressure on their employees like they do at Amazon, where it's more of a hire fast, fire fast culture, but at Google, it's more of a like hire slow, fire slow type of culture. And because of that, I think there's a lot of good things. I think if you have a entrepreneurial spirit, I think Amazon could be a great learning experience for you. Um, so yeah, it's like when you think about Twitch compared to Amazon, Twitch is still struggling to be profitable. Um, or so they say, right? Like YouTube took a long time to become profitable, and that was it. The content creation game is hard, and so even though I enjoy, like, if I had to go back and choose a culture to grow my career, I would obviously choose Twitch. I think there are some tremendous benefits to working for Amazon. But I definitely agree it's not for everybody. It's definitely something. When I worked at Amazon, it felt like my whole life was revolved around my job, and I think they want that dedication from you. And I had a lot more responsibility, and I learned a lot more. So I guess that's a little bit of the differences between Twitch and Amazon. So I have five, I believe, yeah, or three lessons that I would like to talk about as far as my journey at Amazon, which is what I learned along the way and how I grew from it. So I think the number one lesson that I learned at Amazon is how important the business impact is over the technical perfection. So when I worked at Amazon, I found that the technical excellence was a lot worse compared to the places that I used to be at. Like it was bad documentation, in my opinion, and it always felt like I was working with somebody had made a dirty kitchen and left, and I had to like work at breakneck speeds in order to cook when I didn't have time to clean up. And so, um, yeah, it's tough. It's tough to, it's tough, but I understand that the business is important. Like it doesn't matter if you have the prettiest code in the world if you're not making a dollar. If you're about to run out of money next month, and so business and art always fight, right? Like, do we prepare for the future or do we make something profitable today? I think obviously, if we try to make the prettiest thing, those businesses tend to fail. It has to be in good balance. And although I don't like the balance of Amazon, I think I understand why they were able to be successful because I think Meta has a good model for this. It's done is better than perfect. And so once something is done, you can make money from it and perfect it later. So number two, what I've learned is that your environment really matters. right? You have to be around people that are willing to invest in you. You have to have team members that are willing to mentor you. And I felt like I did not get as much support as I would have liked. And I think that's one of the reasons why I ended up leaving. It's just I didn't feel I've given, inches of my life to the business, and I didn't feel like I was getting the support that I needed in order to perform at my best. Excuse me. I'm getting a little choked up. Um, I thought for a long time that if I just worked hard, that I could overcome some of the issues that I was going through. But that is a what is the word? That's not the truth. Like life is not an anime. Like you think some of you might think that like having a tough challenge, like not having a senior engineer on your team, gives you the opportunity to become a senior engineer faster if you have the right work ethic. But what I have seen from that is that, or what I've experienced from that is that if you want to work at a level above where you're at, you're going to have to sacrifice some of your energy in life to do that. And I think, a part of me loved what I was doing and loved the opportunities, and I didn't know where I would get another chance to do those things. So I stayed. And in the midst of staying, I became sick. I actually ended up getting GERD, going to the ER because I couldn't breathe. Right? I think when you work too much, your body starts to break down. Your body starts to break down, and yeah, it's not a good look. And so I think I should have pushed back more. Like I thought that people would have respected me more since I was showing up a lot, and even when I was sick. But at the end of the day, Amazon is a very results oriented business. And so, although I'd probably given more to the company than anybody on my team, um, I still could not do the work of a senior. So I did not get as much appreciation for that type of, like what I said earlier with that anime, right? Imagine some character coming in and they're sick and they still show up to fight, right? You think, and like in a perfect world, that person would like beat the guy. Like that's not how life works. Or they would grow or something. Unfortunately, Amazon definitely has that feel of a company that it felt like being in like a old school like boxing gym where they don't believe in drilling techniques. They only believe in sparring. Like it's very results oriented, and it's definitely prone to make people burn out. And so, I guess with my closing thoughts, your career is a marathon, not a sprint. Um, if you focus on the right priorities, like the business impact, that's how you get promoted. If you focus on these things, then that's how you get promoted a lot faster. Let me know in the comments what you think about me leaving Amazon. If you've been in Amazon, yeah, I don't want this to turn into bashing Amazon. I truly am thankful from the bottom of my heart for the opportunity that I received. I would have liked to leave on better terms, but that's life. Sometimes you win. I think Steve Jobs has this quote: "Sometimes you win, and other times you build a character." And so it felt like 2024 was definitely a year building character for me.